Hi guys, it's Michael here from Custom Bike Fit, and today in this video I'm going to take you through the FastTT Aerobars and their range of products. Now, I've been dealing with FastTT for the last 3 years, from when they just started off in business, very small organisation, to where they are today with quite a substantial global presence. I think this year they're on track to sell 2,000 sets of these Aerobars, and I've been a fan since day one. What I really like about FastTT, not just the Aerobars themselves, which are incredibly comfortable and will get you into a really nice position on your time trial bike. I like the fact that they're very dynamic in that they react quickly to what the market is asking for. So whenever a new bike comes out, they tend to have these adapter plates ready within a very short period of time. And when they have had some issues in the past, and they have recently, again, they react very quickly to resolve those issues. The customer service from FastTT is outstanding, and over the last 3 years I've sold and fit at least 50 sets of bars, most of them in my studio, but I have worked with some people remotely, so people come to me when they want to buy the FastTT product, or we might be engaged in what I call a remote fit. So I'm helping them with the fit on their current bike, and maybe we're looking at getting them into a new position with the FastTT product. I specify the items for them, I can procure them on their behalf, supply them, get them shipped to them direct from FastTT, so they can deal with me rather than going direct to the manufacturer, and just reducing some of the risk in making sure that they order the right products. And then I help them remotely with getting those items fit to the bike. But as I said, most of those installations that I've done have been in my fit studio. Now, there's quite a few products on the website, and I'm going to take you through there in a moment, but there really are, 3 or 4 major items that you need to consider. And the first is obviously the bike that you're riding. This is a base bar from a Felt IA. It's quite an old bike, but if you go into the website, and I'll show you this in a minute, there's an adapter plate for the Felt IA, so we select that. We then select a type of adjustable angled riser, because we want to have our Aerobars on an angle, and there are 2 different adjustable angled risers. One is an extender, one is their standard. I'll show you those again on the website. The Aerobars themselves, there are different sizes, there are different finishes, and also for different shifter types. I'll walk you through that. And then really, it's a matter of selecting a hydration solution. So typically when we have an adapter plate and then we put an adjustable riser on, we can have our Aerobars on an angle, but we want to keep these hydration systems horizontal so that they don't drip on us. And you can have a variety of setups for hydration with different size towers, twin stack on top of each other. You can have twin inline, you can have a 3-way bottle setup with FastTT, and they've created recently a bracket that shifts everything forward to meet the new regulations around how the front hydration needs to sit on your time trial bike. Just while I'm talking about FastTT, they've recently released their own carbon base bar. It's called the Xenos 318. Really nice looking base bar with a forward sweep. This I would say would typically fit on something like a Cervelo P series, something with an independent stem. You'll notice today a lot of the time trial bikes have an integrated cockpit. Obviously that's not going to fit on, but they are looking to replace some of those integrated pieces with time trial bikes. I think that's a product for the future. But something like, as I said, the Cervelo P series, the Cervelo P3, the P5, the Quintana Roo bikes, anything that has a independent stem and base bar, you can now use this Xenos 318, and it's the same sort of idea, base bar, stack, bridge, so that we can sit our hydration system, something also to sit our angled adjustable riser on, and then our Aerobar. So I'll take you now to the website, I'll walk you through the products, and if you're looking for any help with selecting these, understanding what's right for you, by all means you can reach out to me, and there'll be a link in the description, at the bottom of the description of this video below. Okay, this is the FastTT website, and hopefully you can hear me over the rain that's coming down here on the Sunshine Coast. But the web address is fastt.bike. And what I would recommend when you go onto the site is when you're looking at the web shop, just select Shop All. There aren't that many products on the FastTT site. You know, you can scroll through pretty quickly. There's not thousands. There's maybe, I don't know, 50 or 60 products there. Anyway, as I mentioned previously, there are really just a few major products that you need to get started with your FastTT installation on whatever time trial bike you currently ride. So the first thing you want to do is come down here to the adapter kits. And what you'll find is there are adapter kits for most time trial bikes that are on the market today, and some of the legacy bikes, of course. So like BMC Speed Machine, the Cervelo P5 disc, the Canyon Speed Max, the Cadex. What else we've got? The Feld IA, Giant Trinity, Pinarello, Belide, Obeya or Do. So you select the adapter plate that fits onto your bike. Very simple to do. And the idea of the adapter plate is that that sits on the current stack, whether you've got a single, mono post or twin post stack. You'll see here, very easy to determine which one's going to fit your bike. The next thing you really need are, I would suggest, some angled adjustable risers. And you can see here, there are two different types. This is the standard that FastTT have been making for a number of years. And this is a relatively new product, which is an extended adjustable angle riser kit, which allows you to move the Aerobars further forward. Now, prior to them bringing this piece out, they used to have, and still do have, these forward reach extender brackets. So what I would often see with clients is they would we'd fit the Aerobars on top of this adjustable angled riser kit, and then they would say down the track that they want to move their elbows forward, they want to move the bars forward. Now, there is some fore-aft movement in the triathlon Aerobar itself. You can do that, but once you run out of room there, then the idea is to go to these, you would go to these forward reach extender brackets, be kind of a stage 2 to the install. What I would recommend now is, based upon your current fit, and this is where a bike fitter, someone such as myself, can really come in handy, looking at the current position and making a determination, do I need additional length? People often mistake, I've got neck and shoulder pain, and they think it's because they're too low. And it's not actually that they're too low, it's that they're too bunched up, and length is what they need. So somebody that can have a look over the current position and make a judgment, or collaborate with you to determine what is required there in terms of these risers. And then also mounting spaces, which are essentially the riser kits. But we have our adapter plate, we have our adjustable angled riser kit, and if mounting spaces if we do need more stack. And then what we do is we'll go to the Aerobar themselves. And with the Aerobars, there are a number of different shifter options. So you can go in here and you can look at the shifter type, whether you're having DI2, whether your shifters are indeed wired or whether they're wireless, whether it's SRAM, Shimano or Campag. So selecting there, and then selecting the size and the color. They have extra large, large, medium and small. Most of the bars that I see, they fall into the large and medium category. Medium by far and away would be the most popular size. But if you're not, if you want to check your size, and obviously you do, there's a bar sizing guide here. It's just a PDF file. Shows you how to measure to determine which bar size is going to fit you most appropriately. So really easy to do there. And the other thing that you need to select is whether you want matte black or gloss black. By far and away, I see the most popular being matte black. So you select your Aerobars. Now we've got our Aerobars, we've got our mounting brackets, we've got our angled adjustable riser kit, and then the next thing that makes sense is to have some sort of hydration system sitting between the bars, and that's where we come into these systems here. Now, FastTT offer a number of mounting options, as in you can use a BTA tower. They have an 80mm tower, a 130mm tower, or you can use these BTA spacers. This is a 70mm spacer, this is a 30, and the pack includes both. If you are going to do a twin stack and you want to make it legal, you would select this twin stack BTA bracket, and then you would need this new product, which is a forward BTA extender bracket, to shuffle the system into an area that makes it comply with the new regulations that the governing body of triathlon have laid down. So if we click on here, you will see that there are some new rules, and just bear with me a second. You'll see here, this is the new regulation around the BTA setup at the front of the bike. So FastTT have created this forward BTA extender bracket, which shuffles the whole of the hydration systems forward. Okay, so we would need that bracket if we want to make sure that we're going to be legal in every race we go to. I suggest you buy one of these, $55. And then the most popular thing I see after that is this twin BTA bracket. So this is a twin stack, one bottle on top of the other. And if you're going to use the BTA extender bracket, along with this, you really need a tower. The spacers won't do because they will not give you enough clearance. You can imagine if I've got a bracket underneath here and I don't have, and this is only 70mm high, this bottle is going to foul up with my my adapter plate. So you need 80mm to give you clearance to use a twin stack system. If it's just a single bottle, no problem. And if it is a single bottle, you don't need this BTA extender bracket. So the BTA extender bracket comes into play if you want to do a twin or a triple stack, and I would suggest today it's probably going to be a twin stack because of those new regulations. And if you're going down this path, you want to get an 80mm or a 130mm tower. The higher the tower, the closer the bottles are going to sit to your chest. Now, there's a bunch of other bits and pieces on here which you can scroll through. Things like computer towers, wireless or blip cradles for wireless blips, for SRAM. Yeah, look, as I said, it's really those major components. It's the adapter plate, it's the Aerobars themselves, it's that angled adjustable riser kit, either the standard or the extender, and then your hydration system. They're really the components for your FastTT install. It can, I'm trying to explain here what to do, but what I absolutely would suggest is get somebody, and I'm happy to do this, please engage with me, get somebody to have a look at your current position, somebody who understands obviously bike fit, but also understands this product range. So look at your current position, make a determination on what you are going to need to get the FastTT kit installed on your bike to get you into the optimal position. So, I would have a remote fit, or if you can't come into my studio, certainly a remote fit engagement where we look at the current position, we make a determination on what needs to be done. From there, we select these products, and I can get these shipped direct to you, so you can, for example, order them through me rather than ordering through FastTT. And I have a great relationship with them. Generally we can get product out and to you within 7 to 10 days. Anyway, that's the FastTT product range. I'm a huge fan. I've been installing these in my studio and helping people remotely for the last 3 years. They react very quickly. If there are any issues with their products, they're quick to react and bring out new products when new bikes come online. And again, reacting to market, what the market is asking for. As I said, if you need any help, just click the link in this video below, book a free strategy call with me, and we can go from there. Thank you for your time.